Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Credible Entrepreneur. This is module number 11, and today we're talking about cost behavior. So when we share projections with outsiders, we have to think about how are unit costs going to change as quantity changes. So here we have a budget and then forecast for 3 subsequent years and projections for gross margin. And the way we build credibility is to have reasonably accurate predictions. Let me distinguish several types of cost behaviors that these models can be used to think about your own business. A variable cost business is one where costs chase revenues. So on the x-axis here, we have number of units sold per year or an accounting period. And the y-axis is dollars per year. So here are revenues. For each unit sold, revenues grow by the price per unit times the number of units sold. In a variable cost business, costs vary directly with unit sales. And the interesting thing is, if we're in charge of no surprises, we're always going to be profitable. Now let's contrast this with a business with fixed costs. So a fixed cost could be, let's say, property taxes for a factory. It doesn't matter whether we sell no units or lots of units, the property tax bill is going to be the same. So if we have property or fixed costs here, they're invariant with units sold, and we have revenues like before, notice that there is a break-even volume. So if we sell too few units, we have the oh no emoji where we're losing money. But if we are past break-even volume, we have a smiley face, we're profitable, and life is good. Now, most businesses have a combination of fixed and variable costs. So break-even volume would be right here as sort of a function of the two types of costs. One thing to think about, though, is some costs are subject to learning. So academics have seen that costs often decline by perhaps 15% for every cumulative doubling of output. Now, the units here are from inception of the time where we started making something. So if cumulative units produced went from 100 to 200 units, let's say, and the initial cost was $1,000 for the first unit with an 85% learning curve, costs would be expected to drop from $340 per unit to $289 per unit. Now, this matters because cost behaviors can influence industry structure in the future. So let's reflect on collision repair shops and car manufacturers in the United States at the time of this filming. Order of magnitude, there are roughly 100,000 body shops in the United States right now. And order of magnitude, there are about 10 manufacturing firms operating in the United States making cars. Now, these two industries started at the same time, but the reason we have such different industry structure is collision repair tends to be a variable cost business, whereas car manufacturing has very high fixed costs and a substantial learning curve. So companies that make lots of cars show a reduction in per unit costs. So this is helpful to think about as your business unfolds. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.